to take it off that Bluetooth. Forgot all about that. What it is, y'all? It is the reflector. Here to reflect what you choose to neglect. Like I said, bro, I would be having motherfucking music playing. Like back when Instagram let you go live if you had like 100 followers or more. Now you gotta have 1,000. But it's funny how they did that because nobody even be tuning in to Instagram lives anymore. They only tune in to Twitch, which is stupid, or like them other streaming apps, or YouTube. YouTube, the biggest one right now. But anyway, cause I be lit, you know what I'm saying, do a good intro like I always used to do on Instagram anyway. I do it sometimes on YouTube, but they be striking me or they'll like flag me, so I'm pretty sure like people can't even visibly see that shit, basically. So anyway, so today, since there's so much race confusion and so much of people trying to claim whatever they came from or who was their predecessors and the bloodline that they come from or follow, which is just a group of spirits creating certain relative ideas, thoughts, feelings. So whatever that is. So you can look at it as a map. Certain people on this part of the spectrum and then they on this part. So they'll come up with ideas relating to the perspective they're in or relating to the group of placement that they're looking out from. So spirit, soul, individual, you know what I'm saying? But y'all all amongst each other like a motherfucking swimming pool. A whole bunch of fish make up the whole thing. God damn, you scared me. The whole bunch of fish make up the whole thing, and then the individual fish is the soul of it. Or like that's that person carrying out their own thoughts and feelings and their own alignment. So, ancestors, it's just like I said, anytime somebody came before you and you actually are of that bloodline. So they got science for that shit, but if you ask me, you should pretty much just look at you should do some self work to really think of what you truly think or what you truly be on a train of thought as, and don't be fabricating it and be a fake. So you could basically reach your ancestors just based on spirit, just based on you being you. So then it'll be an energy of exchange because you giving them life while you're actually alive, while they're dead, but they still able to live through you because it's space within space. So they're the smaller space that can obtain your lights, your thoughts. They eat those things, and then that's when they're able to live through you. So this is what we all can do as far as like triggering what type of ancestors you come from. So there's the Jewish Hebrew ancestors. There's the Greek ancestors. There's the Indian ancestors. The Native American ancestors. We're gonna name it something else because it ain't even Native American because it ain't no America. No, America is just the business. That ain't the name of this land. So, but yeah, these things are pretty much solidified. Like, shit, I lost my train of thought just now. What's it called? Shit, y'all. Fuck, I fucking got thrown on. I see the spirit telling me people don't like when you talk about this type of shit because all everybody ever tries to do in this world is claim, put their flag down, and nobody can touch it unless they're in cahoots or they like shook hands type of thing and they're allowed into, oh, that's what I was talking about. So Native Americans, like I said, it ain't even America, that's a business. It was something before that, and it was more like village, like it was more like for the neighborhood, but it was village though. So it was everybody was doing something for the village. So it was never no left out people. Everybody got naturally chose because they probably were better at whatever the thing that job or not, it wouldn't even call a job, but that task that needed to be done. So, so me, I don't come from no black people. I come from long lineage of the people that was already here before it got settled in North America, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So for me, you know, those train of thoughts and thought processes are a little more relatable to this land, this perspective. So you got these people that are culture vultures that kind of obtain things outside of them to suit it and carve it and craft it in their way of how they think it should be presented or shown off. So this is what be creating like people don't even know what race or culture to even cling to because all of them got fucked up anyway. You would have to talk to an actual person that was in it. Because if not, everything has a narrative of, oh, it's like they be downplaying people cultures, but then they make it seem like, oh yeah, but we tried. Or like, you know, we allowed them to keep on doing whatever they do. And they just pretty much explain it however they see it. It's just a weird energy of somebody observing you and just writing down everything you do. That's what the world be doing. That's weird. But anyway, about ancestors. You know, so shout out to all of y'all in my chat. I'll read them later. I'm blind. I can't see. I see a heart though. Shout out to you. But so ancestors is nothing, like I said, it's nothing more than bloodline, and that bloodline comes from experiences and past fluid that you pretty much gathered up as an experience. So you're gonna have people that you come with or family that matches your desires, basically, that matches your thoughts, feelings that you pretty much made yourself to be when you were in the womb, when you and your dad, when you were already making your body up. Because we all made our bodies ourselves. We just had the help of spirit, but then we don't even know how to look at that. So then you'll look at it like, well, the only thing I can think of is God or your parents helped you. And it's like, that's thinking like scientific, motherfucking pseudo science minded and shit. Because it's just like, that's like you trying to say you can put your brain in somebody else's and then you can see how they see. Some shit like that. No, nigga. But yeah, you see, like, you know, the people that's already been here know that you can joke about these things that has been put onto us like as if it's normal. The hard part is when you're in the world and you're dealing with people that actually made a hard ass thought process with the shit that got handed and spit out to them and thrown to them, which is the way of culture or the way of knowing how to do tactics and be successful, or how to what they call it, rage bait. All this weird ass tactics, man, that ain't got nothing to do with no. I'll laugh at that shit. And anybody trying to bring it to me, I give them no reaction, make them feel like they gotta walk away from me. It's like you don't gotta be too relatable. But I went through them times though when you were too like where you're trying to be somebody or not, just for the sake of being a good person. That ain't had nothing to do with this. Now, all right, but I ain't talking about my ancestors. All right, look. So anytime we talking about ancestors, yeah, it was the predecessors before you. So you gotta kind of travel your mind in that realm. So for the Arabs, y'all need to know there's a reason why you pray on your knees and your elbows every day. That's like a spiritual thing. It's only because y'all been ruled over for the longest. All right, look, I'm not even trying to talk shit. This is serious. Because it is what it is. They over here, most of them, the Arabs over here now anyway. So that lets you know America's a business because they brought them over so they can already have like a pension or a superiority to already get government benefits. No questions asked when they trying to buy something. They trying to get a loan. Like that's their reparations because they were the ones that's been raped and pillaged first. And these motherfucking Eastern European, all these people came over with their slaves and shit. And then that's, you know what I'm saying? But see, this is what y'all people's lineage don't start here though. So y'all can't be coming up with how these directors, these older people that's the lead of what they're broadcasting. You can't pay attention to that. You gotta pay attention to. Go read a book if you need to. I ain't into books, but maybe y'all need to go Google it. But you'll realize, you'll see the names, titles, the details of it. But as a whole, Arabs is pretty much people that's barbaric and got ruled over because the man energy was weird. So they would sit here and plan for a female to marry a certain person. Bitch, you family. What the fuck that got to do with my life? So see, this is why people came over here with that mentality of like, don't leave nobody their own space, basically, and make sure you got expectations and make sure you keep your eyes on them, even if you're not even thinking you're doing that. Because if you're on the other side of it, you're gonna keep your eyes on somebody that you don't want to be around. So then you'll try to make up shit. So you don't see you see how fucked up the damn mentality is because of these damn weird ass European, these Eastern people. They be too much into like the light, so they don't understand. Like, you're the perspective looking at the light you looking at. So behind the light is you and what you truly think. See, they don't understand that. That's the West Side type of shit. But everybody can understand, everybody, go take some acting classes with this weak ass government, societal norm shit. Take that, and maybe you'll understand a little bit. But see, they tactics, they don't even be understanding our tactics because we be coming like the wind, like it's nothing. Our native roots over here, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, an Indian, if you were referring to Indians in America or Northwest Territory, you feel me, West Side, they were indigenous, which means already here. They were already here, indigenous to the land. They were already in the land. But yeah, so yeah, that's the Arab. So you got Europeans. They come from a lot of incest. See, Arabs, they didn't really do incest. They just did too much family-oriented things where it was too many laws. Because, yeah, white people, European, did put that law energy on their kids, but it was just slightly different. But this is why they both are on the Eastern side. They have too many rules, guidelines, instruction, building, trying to work towards something, trying to work on their religion, trying to practice. So, you know what I'm saying? But us, West Side, we come from more of the faith. Just belief. Yeah, faith without works ain't shit. But what the works just mean you doing everyday actions according to yourself in the travel and the path that you need to be doing. It's not always the things you are doing, it's something you're not doing. We be understanding that. And we be with God over here. We be with God. Because other people they be on some like, you just following something that's promising you something. If it's like that, that's what lets you know that what's promised ain't even coming, because it's probably gonna be filtered through something like money, love bomb. You got over on something, you got granted something, and it's like that ain't got nothing to do with God. That's like you gonna die, and if you think those things are important, then shit, keep dreaming about it, keep putting your energy and keep on supporting their source, because you gonna die, come right back in the same type of family. You don't want that, because half of y'all be motherfucking depressed all the time. Like, think about it. How much more are you happy? Which one more are you, happy or sad throughout the days and weeks? You most likely are probably sad, on the sad, lower vibing spectrum. Even if you ain't sad, you can just be mundane. That's still low, like low vibe. I'm not saying vibe high all the time, but I know what I'm trying to say. All right, let me read y'all shit. All right. Shout out to Adrian Silmian. Shout out to Aluna. I love your channel. What's 6 + 7? You're trolling me. Aluna. We support you, bro. Oh, you not a troll. You real. You probably young. I love your channel. Oh, Carmen Berek. I never seen you, but shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, shout out to both of y'all. Y'all go check my dogs out too. I don't got it with me right now. They sleep. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, it don't ever gotta be no bias thing. We can't make things deeper before we make it simple. Because then you'll start making up shit probably based on your own human ass opinion and bias, and that's okay to have one. But when you start making it like the world, that's like, people don't realize that's you projecting onto the world, and that don't even lead nowhere. You'll find out that shit just gonna lead you into being in your own mess, because you the one that promised those energies. You the one that wanted that. See, that's why I be saying people don't understand the you, and the you come from the perspective over here, the angel of you, angel of Uriel. Shout out. But see, this is why everybody resorting to trying to just do their own thing. Because why you got people that were brought into the world to present themselves in that area, so like Mike Tyson with boxing, but now this nigga a motherfucking podcaster. Why ain't there no motherfucking boxing class school? And then you got people like these actors, comedians, they're not making nothing from all that money they made. What the fuck they do? Go goddamn meet and greet? Do a show where basically these monkey ass coons ain't doing nothing but making you pay still for a brand to see their face, to just be in the motherfucking building. My nigga, what? Fuck they come up with this? I don't be understanding it, man. I don't get it. Oh, sad. Chill out, it's my girl's phone. It's my girl's phone. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all be thinking about with ancestors, because it's gonna come down to race, entitlement, deserving. Oh, that's entitlement. Racism, and yeah, just somebody just doing it for their ego. So we gotta like break it down to what it is, and so we can genuinely know what actual ancestors was what. But we gotta make it simple. That's why I was explaining. Everybody on the East already were established as far as this society way of how we're living. They brought that East European, Greek, Roman bullshit and put it over here. So why you think everybody? Fuck, I forgot my point. Oh, let me see what y'all saying. Is that a picture of your mom on your phone case? Nigga. Oh my God. Gwendolyn. Shut up, Gwen. I'm playing. Kelsey, what up, Kelsey? Your name is Willow? Stop. Y'all need to stop playing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I feel like y'all be trolling. But at the same time, I'm just reading words, so everything be sounding like sarcastic to me and shit. That's another thing. If y'all didn't notice, the phones and shit, like when you texting somebody, everything they say is like, it's filtered through how you think. So so y'all need to get off that internet stuff too much. This is why people can self-project so much, because they behind the screen. But you know, in real life, they probably wouldn't even say that, you know, because it's a real thing with sharing space, being in reality with other humans. So you ain't about to sit here and do the same thing you do in the shower, singing in public. So that's like it's a back and forth thing. You'll sense somebody else's space, and then depending on how your spirit works, you're gonna either go straight through it, or engage with them, or maybe avoid them, or maybe be passively avoiding. You know what I'm saying? Everybody though, we gotta know about spirit. Just make it simple. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. We gotta make everything simple. We gotta make everything simple, because you getting ignored now. You're annoying, but we gotta make everything simple, because we got too many contaminated, infiltrated, got motherfucking raped and pillaged, egos got hurt, pride hurt, families killed, slaughteredness, trauma. So then that's gonna make everybody, since we have a little more freedom now, grasp for whatever information they can, just so they can make themselves uplifted and probably go talk about it with their weak ass family or with their goddamn associates or something, just to get a little kick. Nah, that shit dead and gone. That shit ended really 2019. Me, I stopped that shit 2021. So I already been on the trail of talking about shit. And it's like, even if I do talk about certain things, you gotta transmute it for yourself. Like, you don't actually have to get into those things like sports or what's happening with certain things, like, or big opinions or controversy things. Like, you don't gotta put your whole shit into it. But you know, we all human, so you can just be yourself about it. Don't be trying to be like, fuck all these people that got the platforms speaking on these damn talk shows. Man, they regular ass people. Why you think they doing what a normal person can do? They just be having better cameras, building, setup, clothes. That's it. There's niggas on YouTube. I mean, there's niggas making skits right now with the phone. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know it's all about right now. Everybody realizing, damn, why y'all make it seem like all of this shit of how to get big or whatever is harder than what it is. But that's because they wanted everybody to feel like getting to the top or making it means you gotta reach for the stars or some shit. They be trying to, these niggas be trying to play God because they got the money, because they made up money, or they're upholding the energy of whoever created it, which was their ancestors' money. So then they're able to keep everybody in that scarcity, like, oh shit, if it wasn't for them, or not even them, they'll just think of it like a mystery. Yet they spirit know damn well that shit don't even matter. The money. Do your shit. I want everybody to get me. But I'm just saying, like, don't be just getting lost in the sauce. Because this is why everybody that make it, they don't do shit. The most they'll fucking do is open a goddamn food place. The most they'll do is do a meet and greet. Now, this ain't even got nothing to do with hating on. I don't give a fuck about them because I do my own thing. I'm just, I'm just speaking because I've been thinking all of this shit. I've been saying it, like Kendrick Lamar, Drake, all of these people, they shit suck. And then when the actual shit got lifted up so you can see the fuck ups with these so-called stars, it almost was like everybody just shot down to the ground. It's dead now. Like everything is like fabricated. It's fake. And it's so obvious. They be in groups, like it ain't fake like that, but it's like it's a whole bunch of planning into it. Like that's like us right now. We all sit here and plan something, right? And then we present it to the world. We know what we did, but then the way we present it is gonna have other people coming up with thoughts like of, even if they hate, they still wanting to be like you. Even if they judging, they still looking at it like, well, that's kind of still how you supposed to do it. Even though I would do it like this, because we all default say we'll do it in our own way. But if you got their template, that's what's ruling. The template, the building, the orchestration, you know what I'm saying? It's the shit in front of you, but it ain't in front of you because and then it suck even worse when you got a monkey ass agent, human, filtered through over here protecting they shit and thinking that shit important. But anyway, let me see, what's on? All the sports I do is basketball, football, soccer, dance, going to do softball, this shit. Why is... You must be super young, Kelsey. I wish we could see y'all's motherfucking pictures. Look like there's two people on your shit. Well, anyway, that's what's up. Nah, do what you do. Always apply yourself. Like me talking, like I said, I did 14 years straight in sports. It was football mostly and track. I did basketball 1 year, but it ain't about like I be talking like this because I went through life. Like I'm 26 now. I've been seeing things unfold, but the older you get, you can mold it better. Or the older you get, some people just get more courage. You just get more wiser, and everything that I was always thinking and believing as a child ended up being what it was, which is, wait a minute, how these people make it? Because y'all talking about like this and that, grind, but it really just seemed like people get put on. Like shout out to Jeffrey Okuda, he in the NFL now. He went to my school, you know what I'm saying, Grand Prairie High School, but South Grand Prairie. But like I always thought this nigga was already going to camps when he was like 14. Mind you, of course his size and build, but the size and build don't matter. There's people on the street right now that's big as hell and they ain't doing shit. But he had trainers. This nigga advancing quick. You know how I know he advanced quick? It was 8th grade, because I went to the same middle school as him too. 8th grade to 9th grade. Nigga, I couldn't even keep up. Mind you, I was being lazy that year too. But I could not keep up. So as in, you have to have somebody you're in cahoots with to put you on, because after the camp, you don't think after these niggas that's training you, you don't think that they know other people? It's all about being in the same vicinity and shit. Like, it's just business tactics. It's just pirate tactics and shit. Like military. You know what I'm saying? You get to know other people. They'll tell you a little bit more about some shit you might not know about, and then they'll probably let you talk to somebody that they already know, and then they can, you know what I'm saying? It's just easy, and it's just annoying at this point. So, I'm just like, that's why I make the video of picking favorites, but that's why I'm like, bro, At this point, there ain't no. I could have sworn I just heard. I thought my dog was out here. Oh, it's probably a squeak on my chair. But yeah. It should just all be orchestrated. So it don't even matter. Everybody pretty much knows that at this point. But yeah, ancestors, we gotta separate it. Europeans, East. Arab, East. Euro Roman Empire, East. Greek, East. They try to bring that shit over here. Canadians. Y'all niggas, y'all all mixed up just like America basically. But it's mostly Arabs, Egyptians, French type of people. But see, so Europeans, so if Europeans, Europeans, Egyptians, obviously like black people, Jamaicans, Caribbean. So they're mixed the fuck up. So y'all ask, you don't know what the fuck going on over there. That's why y'all up north higher than us. Cause we already ain't know what well, some people didn't, but then Canada is really fucked and it's distant cold energy. So it's like y'all mixed up. Them niggas was trying to create something over there and make it all fair because it's so damn cold. That's why y'all got free health insurance and then, you know, there's just some other shit with it. But and then let's see. You know, everybody in the Caribbean, South America, y'all mostly the lineage of, you know, Hispanic, Latino type of heritage, but it's just different placements of it. So you got Salvadorans, you got Mexicans, you got Colombian, you got Cuban, you got Argentinian, you got all of these things, but they all motherfucker. Oh yeah, Spaniards. So like Spaniards are basically Italian. So like that's when Europeans kind of came down around Florida, like South Central America and shit. And they was like trying to establish there. So that's what made that little Puerto Rican looking motherfucking shit. Anyway, these type of people just come from kind of barbaric and too much into culture and family too. Just like the Europeans, but it wasn't as weird as the Arabs and Europeans. But they did have that same ass incest and sexual assault in their own damn children and shit like that. I mean, shit, it happened here in goddamn Northwest side, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's because the Europeans came with their ideologies and they started contaminating and shit. And they thought that shit was right. So this is why you got physical proof of white people doing certain things, black people doing certain things, Brazilians, you know, like Hispanics being crazy or some shit, barbaric or whatever, or Arabs being barbaric. Them over here stoning women or hitting women or molesting them and don't even get caught, you know, all this other shit. That's why I be like, that's why y'all all be getting it in the ass, because y'all be praising the man too much. Y'all be too much in y'all's masculine energy, and then when you don't realize, when you too much in the masculine energy, you will end up going on the other side to actually be a female energy. So you'll be gripey and bitchy and expecting things. So that's why there's too much incest and like child molestation and you know, cruelty to the fucking kids over there, and even here. But like I said, they contaminated. I mean, I feel like this is how I know that people don't know about spirit, and that because they be getting swept under the current to even get put in those situations. First of all, shout out to y'all that have to go through that. But some people went through it, but like they kind of stopped. I mean, they stopped it. God ain't gonna give you battles that you can't handle type of energy where they ain't had to do all that. But like I said, you shouldn't even be in those situations in the first place. You shouldn't even be manifesting into a family like that, especially if you got your head on strong. But it's okay. You can do a better luck next time after, like when you're born, so you're already there. So all you gotta do from there is control your, not control it, but do whatever you can to change yourself, and then you'll therefore change the environment. But my females, you just gotta make sure you keep your head strong, and keep your toes 10 toes down. Like, we know y'all females supposed to be sociable and understanding, but sometimes you can be passively understanding and maybe like blow it off. Like, females gotta remember, you can't be too nice. That's a tactic. And this is why you have insecure men out here. It's mostly the Europeans and the Arabs. that be shutting down women, or they be thinking the women is cheating on them or some shit. Like, it's just weird ass energy, but that just comes from being lacking. They lack man energy, and this is why they look like that. I'm sorry, y'all. If you're look, it ain't everybody, man. At least I ain't even being racist. I'm being for real because it happens. But I know it's not everybody. So if you don't do it, filter it out. Turn the other eye. If you over here thinking of all of your race as you too, you part of the problem. You part of the problem, bitch. There needs to be a whole reset. Everybody needs to we need to blank out what the fuck race even is at this point. Y'all not making nothing new. Y'all making things worse. You're going to jail. You're getting accused of things. Everything coming to light. So y'all not doing nothing with this so-called race, family, and culture. All y'all doing is destroying. I'm not talking about everybody. Black, whites, we over here going through dilemmas of like deep family issues. And if it ain't that, it's social issues. So it's about how they're being treated or what should be said and what shouldn't type of shit. So that's what black and white. I ain't with none of that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I know what it is, but I don't sit here and be talking amongst my friends or family about it. I might say a few two things, but I nip it in the butt because that shit ain't even important. I just don't be liking these little small ass, dumb ass arguments people keep on having as if that shit ain't already been done. Get your selfish and your ego trying to spark light to death ass up. Y'all niggas always trying to spark some life to what is already dead and gone. Bitch, Martin Luther King already tried to do segregation. That shit ain't work. Yeah, we all together. But they only did that because they got tired of like building two different fucking schools. That's it. And that's now what they did was they made it where all the rural areas are basically the black schools now. And then the white schools are like the suburbans. That's it. So it's the same shit. So that's why I'd be like, dude, there's plenty of examples where, and then if you be extreme, like Malcolm X wasn't that extreme, but it was somebody else. I don't know. Something. If you be that extreme, your ass gonna get killed. Well, shit, everybody get killed, even if you're taking the passive route. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta get it together. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But that's all, y'all. If y'all got anything else to say it. But I'm about to be outie. And get to my motherfucking morning routine. So remember, ancestors is anybody that lived before you, that follows your line of thought, feelings, you know, that you're relative to, truly. So they'll give you good thoughts and feelings based on what you're going through, you know, so you'll get good ideas like, oh, this is a new way of how to attack this situation, you know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you gotta hear it outside of you, especially because we have not been taught how to travel in the spirit realm like that, even though you do it by default. But yeah, so you might have to hear it to get woken up. That's why I'm here. Not woken up, but just so you can get reminded. Somebody screaming your name like, in the spirit realm. You be like, oh shit, what was that? And they'll get you on the right path. You'll start following it. You gotta start juicing your thoughts and feelings up so you can get there. Y'all talking about God and shit. That's the only way you can get somewhere is just when you projecting and traveling to that space. But that's only because you're of that space. But that's it. It ain't no, but see, then when you talk like that, that means there's one perspective that's a godly. And this is when we're going to, since we human, we're just going to get into race, social, who came first, who's better, all this bullshit, nigga. That's why you got black people talking about, oh, they're jealous because we're strong and built better. And then you got white people like, oh, but we got better frontal lobes looking at. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Y'all don't want, bro. They don't want to come have conversations with me. I swear to God, they wouldn't have shit to say. I know all the tactics that they would try with me is just being smart, witty. Yet, this smart wittiness is going to witty their ass way into nowhere's land, no man's land, where it's like, what you got to say now? You ain't even making no sense. There's no common and no sense that you're spewing out of your fucking mouth. So it's like at this point, it don't even matter, man. None of these celebrity coons that got paid to do a bidding, but just to filter it throughout to do it in their way, but they still just create narratives and weak ass jokes. My thing is, why all these people end up looking like a fucking fat ass mess? Why? And y'all got the nerve to act like, oh, y'all got the fame because you see, this is why they don't even be talking about fame, like how they got there. Bro, they just got put on, scouted, just like a motherfucking sports. They just put people in the arena and scout your ass, and they most likely already have a good platform that they can put you on, and they'll get paid and you'll get paid. That's it. It's not hard. I don't know why everybody be acting like you gotta grind. No, nigga, no. You see these buildings? Y'all see these streets? Y'all see them stop signs and shit? That means barbaric building time is over. Yeah, there's still being buildings made. Last time I checked, there's still monkeys. There's still other species that a lot of people look like. So that don't matter. It's just gonna be people left behind. There's people left behind in the sea. They didn't make it through the boat and they ass drowned. I mean, they at the bottom of the motherfucking sea traveling somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, bro. It's the Reflector, though. Here to reflect. Shouts out to the 2 people in here, man. Let's get this shit back right.